Well, what's up, guys? It is time for your second video of the day. So this video is going to be talking about GTA 6. Now, this year is a huge year, obviously. It's a year where the most anticipated and longed for game is due to be hitting the shelves later on this year. That being Rockstar Games' newest entry to the Grand Theft Auto franchise, GTA 6. Now, obviously we've had one trailer that came out towards the end of 2023, but since then we have not had a second trailer yet. And fans are starting to get worried because they're thinking that the lack of a second trailer kind of proves that it's a telltale sign that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be delayed. Now, it's obviously at this time, time of recording this, there has been no official word of a delay for GTA 6. Now, people are obviously very skeptical at the moment, and I honestly don't blame people for being a little bit skeptical. I think I myself am a little bit skeptical at the moment. I think you've got to look at the fact that the two previous Rockstar games from Rockstar, that being GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, were both delayed. Obviously they were both delayed only by a few months, but I think if I remember correctly, I think GTA 5 was delayed by a few months, and I think Red Dead Redemption 2 was originally listed as being released in March of 2018, and I think it got delayed by 6 months and released in October, instead of its original planned spring release that year. So, I mean, obviously, we noticed that Rockstar haven't given out an official release date. Now, that's probably because they can't really give a definitive release date at the moment. Obviously, they don't want to give a release date just in case they're not able to meet that release date and the game does have to be delayed. Because I think, obviously, the possibility of a delay isn't something that has been completely ruled out at this point. Obviously, it's not been confirmed that the game will be delayed, nor has it been confirmed that the game won't be delayed. So, you've got to be a little bit skeptical about it. I think everybody is very nervous about this year. I think everybody is so hopeful that the game is coming out this year. I think everybody's sort of gotten their hopes up. We're into 2025. We're literally, months, literally, less than 11 months away potentially from having GTA 6 fingertips. But I mean, obviously, I think people have really gotten their hopes up, and I think I can imagine what the reaction would be if Rockstar were to come out and release a statement or make an announcement that GTA 6 is going to be delayed. I think there would be a lot of negative reaction to that. People would be literally fuming if they came out and said it's not going to be coming out this year, it's going to be pushed back to early next year. People would be raging, because they've gotten their hopes up so much that it's coming out this year. People are going to start raving mad if Rockstar announces that the game's been delayed. But I think at the end of the day, I don't think a delay would necessarily be a bad thing or a negative thing. Because if it means that we get a perfectly solid game when it comes out, then what's the problem? Because at least even if the game gets delayed by a few months, at least it means we get a rock solid game when it comes out. If you don't want, it's obviously no one wants Rockstar to release a game that's full of bugs and glitches and and things like that. People want Rockstar Games to release a rock solid game, and if they have to delay the game for a few months or whatever to make sure that the game is rock solid and is fully good to go, then I don't have a problem with that. You got to think about it. If they delay the game, then they probably would have delayed it for a good reason. I mean, obviously, obviously we're kind of coming into the end of January now, but we're approaching February, and still no news of a second trailer, and people are thinking, the lack of a second trailer means that the game won't be coming out this year, but we could still get a trailer, sometime in the next few months. We could get a trailer in March, we could get a trailer in April, we could get another trailer over the summer. At some point. I do still think we are gonna get a second trailer at some point probably between I would expect sometime between now and July. Definitely, I think we will still get a second trailer, but I don't know exactly when. And I'm not saying I'm 100% certain on that, but I'm saying that I think there's still a chance. I'm not saying we definitely will get a second trailer within that time frame, but we could do. There's every chance we could get, a second trailer between now and July. What's to say we won't? What's to say that we won't get a second trailer by that point, between that time frame? I'm not too. I'm a little bit worried, but I'm not too worried because I know that Rockstar will be doing whatever they can to make sure that the game doesn't get delayed and will hit shelves later on this year. Obviously, a delay for the game would be unfortunate, and I know that people wouldn't be happy about that, but it's what happens sometimes. Sometimes games have to be delayed, as frustrating as that is. Sometimes it has to happen, and sometimes a delay can't be avoided. And you have to think about. You have to look at the facts. Both Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5 were delayed, so you have to think that a delay for GTA 6 could, still be a possibility, even though we are literally, less than 11 months away from a potential release. Obviously, I know that people would be very, very shocked if they were to, kind of, if they were to release the game at some point. Obviously, it would be quite shocking if they did release it. Obviously, I think a lot of people would be very happy if they released the game this year and the game doesn't get delayed, but you can't help but be skeptical at this point. You really, really can't. It's like a crazy time. It's like, it's that question of like, how will it happen this year? Why, will it not happen this year? Is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? No one really knows that for sure, do they? No one really knows for sure if it's gonna happen this year. We want it, obviously, I think every GTA fan wants it to happen this year, and really doesn't want the game to be delayed, but, at the end of the day, I think at this point, I don't think a delay for GTA 6 can really be completely ruled out. I think I'd like to think it will happen this year and it will release without any delays, but knowing Rockstar's track record of their previous two games, and even the flipping GTA 5 expanded and enhanced version got delayed by about 4 months. It was meant to come out in November and it came out 4 months later in March. So obviously, there are those problems there where Rockstar had delayed games, and you have to look at that. It's worrying because it kind of course when you think about the fact that the other games were delayed, it does kind of worry you when you think about GTA 6 because you think, well, that would be delayed as well very easily. Obviously, as I said, nobody wants that to happen. And I'm sure that Rockstar won't want that to happen, but I think if they have to delay the game for whatever reason, it will be a good reason. Because this is the thing, like video game developers, they don't just delay games for no reason. Normally when video game developers and producers have to delay games, they normally have to delay them for a good reason. And I guess it kind of makes it's you know, you have to look at it in a more positive way. You know, if a delay for a game means it's more kind of solid, and the gameplay is better when the game does come out, then a delay is not necessarily a bad thing, because it means that, you know, although the game's been delayed, it means we are gonna get, you know, some rock solid gameplay when the game does eventually drop, like when the game does eventually release. I mean, obviously, we'll take each day as it comes. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen over the next kind of, the next sort of, 10, 11 months. You know, who knows? By this time in December, we could very well be playing GTA 6. But it could also be done in despair, because Rockstar might have announced the game has been delayed. You know, obviously, I think it depends. If Rockstar don't say anything about a delay by possibly July time, then you'll know it's probably going to be coming out this year. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm kind of expecting there to be something big over the summer. Like, I don't know what, but I feel like there will be something big. I don't think we'll see much in GTA 5 this year in terms of DLC content. I think DLCs are not going to be that good now for GTA 5. It's obviously, the focus has completely shifted away from that game, and is now obviously fully shifted onto GTA 6, which isn't a bad thing. I personally can't wait for GTA 6. I've been playing, obviously, we've all been playing GTA 5 for so many years. And the least that Rockstar can do, if they have to delay GTA 6, the least they can do is release something else in that time frame to kind of make up for GTA 6 being delayed. Maybe release support for GTA 4, or release support for Red Dead Redemption 1 so that it's available, or something like that. Just release something within that, in that time frame if GTA 6 is delayed. Because then at least people, at least if they release something, something like small or whatever whilst they're waiting for GTA 6, these people won't be too bothered by that, I mean, honestly, I don't want to think the game will be delayed this year. Nobody wants to think that. But you can't get that full. It's like you can't not think that it will be delayed, because obviously the previous two games were unfortunately hit with delays by that point. Delays, obviously, and they were delayed for a few months. And the same thing could very easily happen with GTA 6. They've said it's coming in 2025, but they've not said exactly when. They've not said, spring 2025 or summer 2025 or the fall of 2020. I mean, did they say exactly when in 2025 it was coming out? Or did they just say 2025? I mean, I'm expecting, I think if it would come out at any point, I think it would come out in the fall of 2025. Anywhere between September and December this year. I'm certainly not expecting GTA 6 to come out before September. I would really be very, very shocked if the game was to actually release this summer, which I'm really not expecting that to happen, and I don't think anyone is. I don't think there's anyone who's thinking that the game will come out this summer, but it would be a massive shock if that happened, because obviously it would be something that no one was expecting. But I think it would definitely be sometime between September and December. I can't see it being before September. For 2025 feels like the most likely time frame for the game. If I had to pick a particular month, I would say October. Like October, I don't know why, but September and October really stand out to me as being the two most likely months for the game to come out. Like, I mean, at least if they brought it out in October, it would give people a chance to buy the game and then it wrapped up for like Christmas and that. I mean, I was thinking about it the other day, and I was thinking, like, I wonder how much GTA 6 will actually cost when it does release. I've been thinking it will probably cost a fair amount. Like, I'm expecting GTA 6 to be at least 80, 90 quid when it comes out. I wouldn't be surprised if it did cost that much. And when the GTA 6 comes out, will they actually release, like, a deluxe edition with it? Or, well, if you think about it, right? The standard edition is probably going to cost 80, 90 quid. God knows how much a deluxe edition of GTA 6 would cost. Freaking hell. You'd probably be looking at well over 100 quid for a deluxe edition of GTA 6. Without a doubt. Yeah, and I think you can probably say for certain that a deluxe edition of GTA 6 wouldn't cost any less than 100 quid plus, because I think the standard edition, as I said, will probably at least, I'm not expecting it to be a 50, 60 quid game. I'm really not. I'm expecting it to be more in a sort of 80, 90 pound region. I'm not expecting it to be a game that costs only 50, 60 quid when it comes out. I'm expecting it to be a lot more than that. And I would be shocked if it was only 50, 60 quid when it comes out, but I don't think it will be. I'm really, not only am I excited for like the single play, like the story of the story mode and to play through the missions, but I'm also excited to see what GTA 6 Online is going to be like, and how different it will be to GTA 5, because I don't think GTA 6 Online will be exactly the same, or will be like a carbon copy of GTA 5 Online. I think it will be a bit different to what we saw with GTA 5 Online. It's not going to be completely the same. I think things are going to be very, I think hopefully that's, all we can really do right now is just pray for the best. That's what anyone can do, really, isn't it? It's just pray for the best and pray, and pray that good things happen this year, and pray that we do get GTA 6 this year and it won't be delayed. And I'm sure that Rockstar will do whatever they can to make sure that doesn't happen and to be able to avoid that. But, hopefully they will be able to avoid it, but maybe they won't. Who knows? We'll see what happens anyway. But for now, let's just keep our fingers crossed and let's keep hoping and praying for the best. Because that's all we can do, isn't it, really? It's just, keep our fingers crossed and keep hoping and praying for the best possible outcome. And the best possible outcome would be GTA 6 not being flipping delayed. Seriously, I think if Rockstar announced that, the internet would go into flipping meltdown. I honestly think it would. I think if Rockstar announced GTA 6 got delayed, or has been delayed, the internet would go into flipping meltdown. It would go into overdrive. As people will be raging hard, man. People will be pissed if Rockstar announced that. Seriously, the reaction is people are going to be so pissed off, mega, man. They're going to be mega pissed off at that. And I think Rockstar know that as well. I think Rockstar know that if they announce the game is going to be delayed, and the people are going to be absolutely mega pissed off, and that they're going to get a lot of negative reactions from people. As people are not going to be happy about that game being delayed, mark my words. If it happens, people are not going to be happy about it. They are going to be absolutely furious. But, people are going to be fuming for weeks, if not months. Oh God, it doesn't bear thinking about, does it? GTA 6, you imagine, Rockstar have announced that GTA 6 has been delayed. I mean, yeah, I'll be pissed off about it myself, to be honest, but it is what it is. Sometimes these things happen. As I said, let's just keep our fingers crossed and, just hope for the best. I think the least you can do is just think positive, not think negative. Let's not think the game is going to be delayed. Because if we keep thinking the game is going to be delayed, it will happen. And I feel like if we don't think it will happen, it might not happen. I mean, that might be a bit of an idiotic way to think about it, but, you know, all I keep thinking is, let's not think the game is going to be delayed, because then it might not happen, but if you keep thinking it's going to happen, it will happen. I feel like if you keep thinking about it, I feel like you're tempting fate a little bit, you know? But if you don't really think about it that much, you're not really, tempting fate as much. So, and that's what you really don't want to do. You really don't want to do. You really don't want to tempt fate. I mean, as I said, let's just hope for the best. I mean, we are still only in January. There's still a long way to go. I mean, May here and then, you know, but let's just hope for the best. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thought I would share my thoughts on that. You know, I wanted to do a little video today talking about GTA 6 and talking about all the the question marks about it being delayed and whatnot. You know, at the end, it's been quite interesting, you know. So I hope you've enjoyed this video anyway, and I'll see you for another one soon. Bye bye.